Our crews hit the streets to find out how people enjoyed this warm winter day.
It's very warm and very odd, but also awesome.
Many people seem to be pleasantly surprised as temperatures reached a record 70 degrees here in the valley.
It's definitely better than the snow, and this is just the perfect weather just to come out and enjoy, like take a walk or maybe a bike ride or exercise.
And that's exactly what people were doing in Boardman. Dozens hit the walking and biking trails in Mill Creek Park, some even working up a sweat.
They had jackets, but neither of them wanted them.
Robbie Nagel spent the afternoon walking his dog, hoping the rest of winter can be a little more like this.
Last year I only had to shovel my driveway once. To not have to shovel it at all this year is really good.
While the winter air was warm, the wind was still blowing. Clouds still rolled in and out of the area, bringing some rain with them throughout the day. But still, this foursome braved the damp conditions on the greens at Knoll Run in Lowellville. And others hit the driving range at Partos Golf Learning Center in Youngstown along Route 616. Kyle Renshaw moved to the valley from South Carolina and says he wasn't expecting this in January.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I came up here, I thought the winters, which this is right now, was gonna be like 10 degrees. You know, it got to -4 at one point, but I'm sitting outside and it's 70 degrees out right now, so figured we'd go golfing.
In Hubbard, Elizabeth got her scooter out for a test drive on this warm day. Others fired up the grill, burgers and chicken made outside, a sight and smell reminding us that summer barbecues are still months away.
Yeah, still months away. Don't get too excited, but it looks like more comfortable temperatures will be sticking around, pretty warm compared to other parts of the country, I believe. Meteorologist Ramel Carpenter, who's from, North Carolina, right? Ramel is in with a check of the forecast.
Yeah, certainly feeling like North Carolina here today.
So we just dealt with some rain here and some wind, but in other parts of the country, it was a totally different story. At least 9 people are dead and tens of thousands are without power after a fast-moving winter storm swept through the nation's midsection and the deep south. NBC's Chris Pallone has more. The Mahoning County dog warden says the dog likely had not eaten anything substantial in at least a month. The dog's stomach was full of debris like bones. Officials say the dog likely ate things like roadkill or whatever she could find to survive. She is now in good care, continuing to recover.
A New Year's Day nightmare as flames and smoke engulfed this home on Beechwood Avenue around 10 this morning.
For a holiday, it's a bad time of year for this.
The family, who is all okay, watched from afar as everything they owned burned to the ground. One of the homeowners and 2 dogs were there when the fire started. Girard's fire chief is calling it a total loss.
We're working on collapsing the house into itself so we could save the surrounding structures.
While it's still under investigation, the chief suspects it started in the garage.
The homeowner, I just spoke with him. He did inform me that he did light a smoker right before he smelled smoke coming into his house. That was in the attached garage.
A major problem in battling this fire, the chief says, were the hydrants. 2 of them nearby had some major issues.
One hydrant was frozen, and this hydrant right here, we broke the stem on when we were opening it. So we have 2 tankers, one from Hubbard, one from Brookfield, supplying us water.
The chief says Girard used their own tanker to get water on the home right away. They called in for backup tankers, which arrived within 15 minutes. The airbase also set up a drafting pool of water. The chief mentioned this neighborhood is known for low water pressure, which the firefighters experienced once they fixed the hydrants. All of these issues a concern for a neighbor who says he had a similar house fire 18 years ago right down the street.
I just think this is totally insanity that they wait till the last possible moment to get other communities to bring water in and to help. I just don't understand what the problem is.
The chief said the issues with the hydrants and the water pressure were not a factor in losing the home. I spoke with the family today. They say they have a lot of people to lean on and they're just thankful everyone, including their dogs, got out of that home okay. For now, it's looking like 2020 will be a year of rebuilding. Live at the Girard Fire Department with more local news, I'm Caroline Collins.
The wicked winds throughout the valley overnight knocked down trees and power lines, leaving thousands in the dark. Near Buell Park, a portion of Woodlawn Drive in Sharon is blocked off as crews work to clean up debris in the area. And a huge tree came down in a Braceville cemetery along Robinson Road. The road was blocked, but officials say it has since been reopened. Officials are reminding drivers to be cautious.
The big question is, are people losing out on their money here? Well, that's what it seems like. Portrait Innovations has taken down their website, their social media. They're not answering our calls.
More concerns tonight over annexation plans by the city of Niles surfaced last week as Howland and Wethersfield Township vow to fight the process. Just behind these doors, a meeting is taking place where they're talking about the future of downtown Sharon and what the people who live here want to see done with downtown Sharon. There's a lot of excitement and revitalization happening.